Hello, my beautiful friends. This is Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and I'm talking all about manifesting as a lifestyle on my channel. I am helping you design your life and be a conscious creator, design your life how you want it to be. Today, I wanted to start talking about how do you get somebody obsessed with you, okay? Well, if you want someone to be obsessed with you, you have to focus on that reality. Okay, picture what that looks like. And you need to become that person right now. Become the person that your specific person is obsessed with. And the only way they are going to be obsessed with you is when you see yourself that way. You have to see yourself in that light. You have to identify as the version of you who they are completely obsessed with me. That's your thought. Your thoughts are, I'm awesome, I'm amazing, they're head over heels for me, they're so in love with me, they're thinking about me all the time, they want to do everything, they want everything to do with me all the time. They are addicted to me, right? This is the identity. This is what my course is all about. My course is all about you getting into the mindset of the person you want to be. And you could literally do that overnight, okay? It generally could take 30 days because you got to recreate and you continually align in that reality. You need to persist. You need to have the continuous thoughts of the person in that reality. So the minute that you're spiraling and the minute that you're reacting to the 3D, you're no longer that identity of someone your specific person is obsessed with. If you want them to be obsessed with you, you have to see yourself that way. You can't see yourself as rejected. You can't see yourself as depressed and sad. You got to get up and be the person now. There's only the present moment. Okay, so make the future now. So somebody asked me about that because I posted a video. My client had success in 3 weeks manifesting her specific person because she made the future now. She didn't keep thinking, I need to work on myself. It's going to take time. It's going to take weeks or months. She felt that version of herself now. That's mental discipline, but you guys can do that. You can do it. All you have to do is say, I can do it. And the more you say, I can do it, you will align with the reality that you can do it. Okay? Continue to listen to success stories because that's going to help you help with that belief system that you see reality differently, but you only need to see yourself that way. Okay, so you could contemplate and picture, how does that look? Well, when your specific person's obsessed with you, they are telling every single person about you because they think you're the greatest thing in the world. They think you're amazing. They're just head over heels for you. Okay, what else would you picture if somebody's totally obsessed with you? Totally in love with you. They're setting up dates. They're initiating and making plans. They want to make sure you're happy. Okay, so be that version of you now. Don't focus on them because you can't change them outside of you. Your whole world is coming from you, from your inner world, and it's expressed out into your 3D reality. So you got to make the change within, and you stay with the change, and you stay firm on that vision. You only need to claim it and continue to hold that vision. Your 3D reality will reflect that. Will it reflect it overnight? Possibly, it can. There's the possibility. I don't want to turn down the possibility for the person that's already there. The possibility exists, but understand, if you have to get there, you only need to get there by consistently holding firm to that vision within you. What does that look like? You could pick sex symbols in the world who you could embody, embrace like that vision that they kind of portray. Someone to you, so like a Marilyn Monroe, right? Marilyn Monroe, what did she embody? She embodied confidence, right? If someone's obsessed with you, you got to be confident about yourself. You have to believe that's who you are. You become that. So over time, the more you hold firm, you might not see evidence for 2 or 3 days. It could be a whole week. No matter what, you're not hearing anything from the 3D reality. You're not paying attention to that. The 3D reality does not create your reality. You create it from your perception. Your perception creates reality. You have to create it within first in order for that to reflect out in the world. So you might start to see a little bit of evidence at some point. Maybe you're getting a message. You still have to, you continue to hold firm in your mind, right? In your mind's eye, in your mind, that vision of how that looks, no matter what. And And the way the progression works is you start to get evidence and you go, oh my gosh, it's working. And that gets exciting, right? But even when you don't have, then you could have a little bit of hot and cold behavior, which means your thoughts went a little bit back and forth and maybe you focused more on them than yourself. So it's always bringing the attention back to yourself in the vision of who you see yourself as and how your specific person sees you. This is exactly what I'm talking about in my course, okay? In my course, I go through all the steps that you need to go to get to be that place where you really are solid in that identity, and you just stay firm to that. And it works. It works 100%. As long as you continue to focus on your desire and know that the desire is yours. The minute you say it's not happening, now you're just saying an opposing view that's going to manifest. All right, guys, so I wanted to start this video just talking about, because that's a hot topic, that's fun, right? And there's nothing wrong with someone being obsessed with you, nothing wrong. You've actually been given that desire for a reason. Maybe you didn't have the attention you wanted. This desire, never feel guilty about your desires. Don't listen to people who say you shouldn't have this or that or come from a certain place. Listen, we have this desire for a reason. And by the way, this desire is helping you expand your consciousness. This desire that you have exists because it's in your imagination and you want that experience. So give it to yourself and think about that as part of your perception of reality, that you already have it. Just it's a matter of you giving this desire to yourself. All right, I'm going to, you could get the course, the link in my bio. When you click the link in my bio, I know there's a lot of things because I've got coaching and I have a VIP group and a free Facebook group. It's the one that says Master Yourself. It might be the first one. Okay, Master Your Reality by Mastering Your Self-Concept. That's the name of my course. Click on it, read about it, and let me know your thoughts. So I'm going to go ahead and answer some questions. You guys are powerful. You just have to understand your power. I want you to die to the old version of you who thinks reality is solid and firm. I want you to step in that new version of you. I mean, do you want to do that? Are you here? Do you want to do that? Step into the new version of you. We don't have to heal. We don't have to go through healing. You could just declare that you're here to live a great life and now focus and be the version of you in that great life. If you want to go through, I'm talking more about emotional healing. If you want to go through that, I'm not putting it down or anything, but for those of you who just want to step into the version of you with the reality where you have your desire, you got to start seeing that reality right now and claiming that reality. I'm already living my dream life. I already have everything I need. That's where you want to be in your mind. When you're saying that, I already have everything I need, the world is going to mirror that and show you, and it'll be like, here you go, a gift for you. All your gifts, which you're just giving to yourself. Whatever you're claiming is what you're experiencing. All you need to do is claim this reality and stop looking at what you don't have, because every moment that you look at the world and you see lack, you're manifesting lack. So step into abundance of love, abundance of money, prosperity, riches, health, beauty, all of that. That's yours by divine right. Your birthright is all of that, and you just need to claim it. And live your joy. Okay, so yesterday I did the indoor skydiving. It was so fun. I had a blast. Have any of you guys done that? It was so much fun. Think about what are you doing with your day and adding to your day that feel like you are living your dream life. You could create it right now by just making a decision to do something that you've always wanted to do, that's in the back of your mind. You're like, yeah, why aren't you getting out? Why aren't you doing that right now today? Okay, don't be afraid to take action. I know there's a lot. I even talk about you don't have to take action, but don't you want to live your dream life? So what is your dream life? Why is the resistance lingering about SP? What can I do? What you can do is go live the reason you have the resistance means you're telling an opposing story, or maybe you're feeling, resistance is like tension, or you're not relaxed, right? Anxious, doubtful, worrying. Why are you doing that? You have to stop focusing on them and the lack you have because you need them to fill that void. and you turn your attention to the vision of in life you want, because once you do that, you will manifest them into your world. You need to be doing things you enjoy in your life. There's a lot to say about you going into the world, into your world, and really enjoying it. Really feel like you're enjoying it. And I'm not saying you have to go out and do all these things, but what are you doing today that you're really enjoying? If you're like, you know what, my perfect day looks like this. I take my bike to the beach and I read a book and I relax. That would be you living your joy and feeling fulfilled or feeling satisfied or just enjoying the moment. And that will bring you more the more you can do that in your own life, you are going to create a reality that feels like a dream life, that you're living your dream life, because you are, and you're focusing on that. But when you focus on lack, you bring more lack into your reality. So the lack is you're focusing on specific person is not with you. Lack would be you're affirming or using manifestation techniques because they're not with you and you want them to be with you. Okay? The techniques are not for that. The techniques aren't to make it happen. You make it happen. The technique is for you to get into the feeling, into the space, that feeling within, right? What does that feel like? So you're just enjoying that feeling, the feeling of being with the love in your life and feeling that love. You need to cultivate it within first in order for that to reflect in your world. Okay? What are my thoughts on subliminals? Sabrina, I love them. I think they're great. I think it's powerful. Okay, it's not like there's only one way, right? There's infinite ways to create our reality. From my perspective, in the reality that I'm currently in the experience that I personally had, subliminals are powerful because for a lifetime, we've been creating unconsciously. We've been creating unconsciously based on our experiences, beliefs, thoughts through life that we didn't even necessarily choose. We just adopted them. So subliminals are all about you deliberately choosing what you're going to think about and focus. So it's replacing that old programming. It's powerful to replace the old programming. So absolutely, and that's why whether it's subliminal or meditation, any meditations, it's affirmations, and at some point you may not need them. I needed them a lot in the beginning. Do I use them now? Not even necessarily. I just changed the whole way that I think and the words that I say to myself and how I talk to myself and how I perceive myself, and I changed how others perceive me. And I detached from the 3D reality having any power, like me knowing that I have more power over the 3D reality. Okay, all of that's powerful. And all of that will help you just guide. You're just guiding your life. You could guide it, and you could be very deliberate about how you want to, what kind of experiences you want to have. You can know the how. You can know how you're going to manifest. I know exactly how I'm manifesting a lot of things. I manifested exactly $100,000, and I knew exactly how I was getting that manifestation. So on a lot of topics, I'm manifesting exactly how. Now, when do you not need to know the how? When you're overthinking, okay? So you can get to a place where you will know the how, and maybe you're there right now. But it is powerful just to go to the end. That way you don't have to think, the reason it's suggested not to think about the how is because when you start thinking about the how, you go into the lower self with a logical brain, and your logical brain is like, but how is this going to work? Because you're trying to put the pieces together in a puzzle, but the pieces, it doesn't work like that with reality creation. If you want to be a powerful manifester and a powerful person who creates their own reality, you got to see reality differently. You see that there is a fourth dimension or quantum field that you could just tap into, and all of creation's existing. It's coming from you. All possibilities exist. You only need to train your mind to think a certain way. And it's the repetition and creating new beliefs and reprogramming your mind to do that. Okay, persisting with affirmations is enough. Persisting with affirmations is definitely enough. Yeah, I changed many aspects of my my life, my self-concept, and how I identify myself with affirmations alone. Here's the thing. The affirmation will just start the process. When you're persisting with affirmations, as you persist, you're aligning with the reality of being that person, the affirmation, the I am affirmation. I am in a relationship, right? So if you're persisting with that affirmation, I am in a relationship, now you're aligning with, you're right in the path, aligning with that reality. So the more that you're persisting in that affirmation, you're always continuing to move in a direction. Every action you take aligns with being in that reality of a relationship. So the affirmation, it does lead you into taking action or going to a certain place or being at the right place at the right time. Okay? So do you see how that's a progression that you may not even realize, but all of that's happening behind the scenes? Okay, 4:30. On the phone with SP, and I'm talking about getting back with him, and he's not giving in. What to do? He's not giving in. Are you talking to him about it? This is not the kind of action you want to take. Okay? You don't need to tell someone and convince them to be with you, because that's an old reality. The old reality is not you got to change it in your mind. Okay? He's not giving in. See, if you think he's not giving in, that's your reality, because he doesn't have any willpower. He doesn't. He's only reflecting the story that you're telling. And the story we tell, it's not like you may not say the words, but it's what are you thinking about this topic and him and this person, right? All of you. What are you thinking about? If you are in your mind thinking, or maybe maybe you're not trying to convince somebody outside of you. That doesn't work. You don't try to convince someone in the 3D reality. Reality is coming from your imagination. You just have to speak it in your mind, okay? I know. I know, right? Is this wild? This is so cool, though. It's so cool. The minute you say he's not giving in, well, he won't give in, because you're the creator with your imagination. Your thoughts precede the physical reality. So you need to, let's say you have a conversation with him on the phone. It didn't really go well. That's okay. You got to tell yourself that's okay. Then you go in your imagination and you're affirming. Okay, you could even revise what happened. Guess what? You could revise, because the past doesn't even exist. Only your memory of the past exists. And if you replace a memory of the past, it will transfer and translate into the present and the future. That's how lucid reality is. There is no past. We only believe that there's a past. We only believe that the past has anything. Well, okay, there's the past, right? There is the duality of reality. But do you understand you can transcend that duality of reality, of the 3D reality? You can transcend that. So don't create the meaning that yesterday or the phone call has anything to do with the present moment. You have to affirm in the present moment how you want it to be. Assume that reality. So you could revise it. What did that conversation look like? Start revising it and start hearing him say, babe, you mean so much to me. You mean the world to me. Now, how do you feel? You need to be revising those things if you're focused on that. Okay? You need to tell the story in your mind how you want it to be. And you will see the 3D reality reflect what you're saying in your mind. But if you say in your mind what he told you in the 3D, remember the 3D is just, it's all your history. It's all your past thoughts and beliefs. It's just history. We don't change history. You don't change your hair in the mirror. The 3D reality is a mirror. He's in the mirror. He's in the mirror. Or on a screen, right? If your mind, there's different ways to look at this. Our mind is a projector, and our thoughts are projected into this 3D reality. 3D is physical reality, right? The physical world you live in. So you are projecting, a projector of your thoughts out into the world. Out into the world right now is just your past thoughts and beliefs. You're not going to change on the projector. You got to go into the film strip. You got to cut the film strip and then splice it to the place you want it to be. And now it will project out a new movie, a new film strip, a new reality. Okay, that's just an analogy for you to kind of visualize how that looks, right? So from the aspect of a film projector, from the aspect of a mirror, you don't try to put your makeup on out here in the mirror of the world. You're looking in a mirror and you don't go, wait, I can't get my mascara on. Why is it not going on? It's not going to change out there. You have to go here to the self, and you change within. Okay, you do it within. That's why self-concept, right? How you see yourself, that is definitely a key to manifesting a specific person. You need to see yourself as the one who's chosen. You need to see yourself as the one who's loved and adored by this specific person. Okay, so that's what you do. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to give any importance to what he says that you don't like. I know it's going to feel a little backwards because for your whole lifetime you thought reality was just happening out there, but that's actually it's false. That's false. You're learning the truth right now. The truth is it's coming from you, and it's actually a beautiful thing. It's an amazing, incredible thing. And once you start to get the reins of your life, it might feel a little difficult and cumbersome in the beginning. But you'll get over that, and then it's like an easy ride. For me, it's just the ride, just easy. And I just have new thoughts. Now I'm thinking bigger thoughts. Because when I first discovered it's working. Well, my perception of what my dream world was maybe only here. And now I actually have bigger dreams. I'm thinking bigger. I'm expanding in the idea of what I want my experience to be. Okay, and that's a good thing too, because that will keep us growing. That will keep us a desire keeps us growing. If we didn't have desires in life, what would the life feel like? Imagine not having any desire. Like really, that would be so yucky and boring. The desire fills us within for that thing that feels satisfaction and it feels fulfilling. Okay, but in order to get that desire that you don't have, you need to feel it first. You need to cultivate that, maybe immerse, you kind of submerge yourself in that feeling. That's what you're doing first. So when it comes to a specific person, sometimes people are getting into this whole learning about this concept and this idea because they've gone through a breakup. Maybe you've gone through a breakup. Maybe you're in a heartache. Maybe you really want to be with someone that, you just were never with them, but you've always liked them. And now you're like, whoa, I can? Yes, you can. But you can't do it when you feel like you're in a heartbreak. You're not going to manifest that specific person from heartbreak. You can't. Heartbreak's going to match a reality of heartbreak. And of course, you can get over that over linear time. Do you want it to be linear time, or do you want a quantum jump in the reality that you want? All you have to do, I have clients that are doing this in 3 weeks. I had a client do this in 3 days. I had a client I was on a phone call with who received a FaceTime message while we were talking from her SP that she hadn't talked to for a while. I had another client, I hadn't heard from her SP for a couple of days, and then and the minute we had a call, because it's not me, it's the fact that they talked to me and they didn't have resistance. But that other client, this is just the most recent in the last week. Another client that I think it was like 15 minutes later or a half hour later got the message from her SP, okay? But it's not because they talked to me. Do you understand that? It's because they talked to me and I helped them feel relieved. And if you're feeling relieved, you're not necessarily lacking. You're not worried. Are they going to call me? You got to be more in the place of, even watching this video could help you release resistance, right? Because you feel better and you're like, okay, you're hopeful. You feel better. You're excited and encouraged and you're inspired and it's exciting, okay? But then you can't you got to learn to do that on your own. You got to learn to get that feeling on your own at some point, right? Because for you to match that reality, well, you might get hot and cold behavior now because you're like, oh, I feel good, I'm relaxed, this is working. You get the message, and then you go back to the old habit of thought. And the old habit of thought is like that old version of you that forgot you're in charge. Okay, I get it. Sometimes I forget I'm in charge, right? Sometimes I entertain a whole story. Like I'm about to return something to the store. I'm like, what if they don't take it? And that was really expensive, but I cut the tag off. Why am I doing that? That's my old habit of thought, right? And then I was like, no, I'm going to go right in the store and they're going to take it back. It's no problem. Okay. It's the same thing with the SP. Okay. So what are you saying in your mind? Start saying how you want it to be. You just have to, and that's why subliminals can be really powerful. Or affirmations. That's why I have made affirmation videos with my YouTube, right? I have a playlist of affirmations. So you, with self-concept, being the God of your reality, I am confidence, I am abundance, all these different videos to help you identify with that version of you and have those kind of thoughts, give you ideas. You don't even have to do the meditation. You could just listen to it once and start writing it down and then make those some affirmations you say through the day. You got to change your thoughts though, because if you have your old thoughts, you just live a predictable future of your past. You need to just die to that old version. Let the old man die. That's your old self, right? And you rise or resurrect in consciousness. You resurrect in consciousness of the version of you with your desire. Okay, and you can do that. So you persist at that, or you stay loyal to your desire, right? That's another way to say it. You're loyal to the desire. You could just know that it's done. So through the day, that could be something you're saying, like when you're feeling anxious and you could be like, you know what? I know this is done. That's okay. I know my thoughts create. This is done. It's like, it could be like the angel devil on your shoulders, right? No, it's not. Yes, it is. And you're like, no. Okay, you really have to go to that angel side where it's like, yes, yes, yes. And you just have to keep persisting in practice with the new thought, that will create a new belief. Okay, because believe me, I totally understand all of this. It's not like I haven't gone through it. I've gone through it. But I was so persistent because I was like, wow, I wanted to know everything I could know about this. Because I could see, I had already proven to myself. I had proven to myself by all the things I didn't want. And then I kept getting more things I didn't want. And then I kept getting more things I didn't want. But I saw it was directly me. I could see that I created that. So in a sense, because I knew I created what I didn't want, that was powerful because it made me realize all I have to do is shift my thoughts to actually manifest a reality that I do want. Aren't you in the game don't you want to be in? Do you want to be in? Who's in? You want to be in the game of getting the things you want. You just have to feel, first of all, you have to know that it's coming from you, right? It's coming from you. So knowing that, is that enough? Almost? It's coming from you. Now you just have to speak to yourself. Speak to yourself how you want it to be, how you want your life to be, how you want to be living with your desire. Okay, how do you become the best version of you in order to attract your specific person? Well, you just claim it. You could claim, here's the thing. I want you to understand the best version of you does not mean you have to lose weight, gain weight, change your hair, do anything. You don't have to do anything different. You're already the best, excuse me. You're already the best version of you. What is the best version of you? It's you telling yourself, I am the best version right now. You could literally just say that. But you can't look in the mirror and go, well, I don't like when I'm that way. And if you're feeling insecure, you got to dissolve all of that, the insecurity. The best version of you is not feeling insecure, right? Because if you're the best version of yourself, you're not going to feel insecure. But guess what? If you just claim, I'm the best version of myself, and you consistently claim that, you will step into situations in reality, like a reality. You'll continue to shift. You're shifting realities all the time. Right? You're always, just like a film strip has all those separate film pieces or pictures, photos. Within the film strip, you have all the separate photos. So you can quantum jump into a new reality, but you're always stepping into a new film strip, or you're always stepping into a new reality, always. So claiming you're the best version right now, you will be stepping into feeling, you will be guided. You would just be guided with every step and action that you take, that you are the best version of yourself, which will include you feel secure. So how else could you be the best version of yourself? You could start to get clear. Well, what would the best version of myself be? That would be, I am confident and I am secure. I feel sure about myself. I know that I'm a good person. I know I'm the best, right? All of that. Now, with attracting a specific person, I mean, we could go a little bit further, and I'm so attractive, right? Now, you don't have to affirm that to manifest them, but you're painting the picture. Paint the picture that you're the most attractive, and they find you. They find you as the only person they are attracted to. There's no other like you. So that's how you tell the story. Because when you're in a relationship that's solid and your person is absolutely in love with you, there is no other person. So do you see how you could just get clear on, oh, that's what that looks like. That's what it looks like to be the best version of you in a relationship. Let's go to the end. So not just attracting them, but in a relationship, right? The best version of you in a relationship is, now look at that vision. I really just painted that picture. Now you paint it even more with what you want it to look like. I did mention my course is in the link in my bio. It's called Master Your Reality by Mastering Your Self-Concept. All right. That course, you could do it in one day, but my recommendation is take at least 2 or 3 days, just let it sink in. And then you're going to implement that every single day until you manifest your desire. Every single day, at least 30 days. Okay, because we already have a belief in reality. It takes 21 days to change a habit, right? You hear that all over psychology with all the people asleep. People awake and asleep. But that's a belief that we already hold. So that's good. We hold that belief. It doesn't mean it has to take 21 days. You know that, right? It doesn't have to. But to change a habit generally could take 21 days. So you're persisting in this new vision at least 21 days. Okay, because then it's going to feel more normal and natural. It'll just feel like you guys know, right? As you affirm something, it is feeling more true. The more you have to persist in it. Not only you're persisting in that thought, or you're affirming that thought continually, you're going to see a reflection in the mirror because it's coming from you. It must. I mean, it's just like a mirror or a shadow. When the light shines on you, the shadow has to move how you're moving. Your world is a shadow, and it's going to move how you're thinking. Your reality moves how you think, just like a shadow. Okay, so but you got to persist. You can't go back and forth. Otherwise, I mean, when you do that, you're going to see hot and cold behavior. Yep, it's done. Mimi, it is done. How do we work directly with you, Crystal? You could click the link in my bio. You can email me at lifestylemanifesting@gmail.com. You could join my free Facebook group, and you can send me a private message there. You're welcome to do that. I have a website. Excuse me. You can go to my website. I have one-on-one coaching. I have a VIP group. I have the course that I put together if you want to do self-study. I have working one-on-one with me, but through text message. I have that as well. Yeah, and Patty said it's in my bio. I didn't see Patty's message right away. Okay, that's sweet. I have the prettiest blue eyes ever. But I also affirm that, you guys. I affirm that. I'm also sitting in the window with the sun. The sunlight helps too. You can never mess up. Exactly. That's also, I identify with that because I believe that as well. You can never mess up. So you don't want to look at something as messing up because you're always learning from what we might deem as a mistake, but we're always learning and we're always growing and we're becoming stronger from any experience we have. Okay. Can I recommend sleeping affirmations? I do recommend sleeping affirmations. I have a couple of sleeping affirmations on my channel. Yeah, absolutely. I find that they help. Chris, sometimes I get overwhelmed and I'm like, do I have to do something all the time? No. Well, you mean in terms of a manifesting technique, you don't have to do something all the time. Just know that it's done. What you should be doing all the time is thinking more about being present and mindful in the present moment. Because if we're present in the present moment, you're not going to be thinking about what you don't have. You're not going to be thinking about why haven't they contacted me? There's power in being present and mindful. There's power in, when you're working out and you're really enjoying it. Let's say you're in a workout class. You're enjoying it. Let's say you go hiking and you're enjoying the view and the beauty and you're having lunch. That is exactly those are the things that you want to be doing with your life. Okay? Because when you do that, you're not focused on the problem and you're actually going to mirror a reality that shows you more breathtaking moments in your life. All right, so there is a lot to say about living your joy and living life and living in gratitude also. All those are matching a reality of living in the end. You could give gratitude for already having your desire. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful I have this desire. Okay, if it feels like, yeah, it reminds you don't have it, then don't do that. Then just focus on the gratitude of what you currently have in your reality, because that will still align you with the feeling. That's a feeling of the wish fulfilled. What if you have trouble identifying what will bring you joy? Yeah, by the way, I have been there, and I was like, I went through a point where I thought, what do I even like to do anymore? I didn't even know what I like to do. I just started affirming it. I intend to find things I'm passionate about. Okay, I would start claiming I'm creative, I'm talented, all these things I didn't necessarily think I was, but I started claiming it. Okay, and now I'm coming up with really creative ideas in my business and all through my life. Okay, like more creative than I've ever been. So start thinking about how does that look to bring you joy. I want to feel joy. I intend to feel joy. What kind of things make me joyful? You could start to make a bucket list. You could go to picture, just have an idea. What are things I want to do in my life? Now, even pictures are powerful. Go to Google, go to images and start pulling up places maybe you want to travel to, places you would want to live, types of homes you would like to live in. That will help just inspire you to get an idea of your joy. What kind of things do you like to do? I mean, there's no harm in trying new things. I've tried a lot of new things in the last few years, especially since waking up. I've tried a lot of new things. And some things I tried and I didn't end up liking it, and that's okay. So I kept moving. I kept moving like, and then I would find something I like, okay? But here's how you rephrase in your own mind. Like if you're thinking, I don't even know what I like. I don't know what I like. Well, the more that you're saying that, you're not really aligning to the reality that's going to show you. I mean, you can kind of stumble upon it in some linear way. But if you want this to kind of feel more smooth and quick, then it's you saying, I intend to feel joy. What does joy look like? Oh, I like the idea of a beach. Okay, beaches sound good. And and just like let your mind, it's like brainstorming, right? Remember in school, brainstorming? Now just brainstorm in your mind. You could take out a piece of paper and just start writing things down. I find it powerful to make a life list of things that you always thought you'd do. And now you could have a whole page, with the column, and now just choose one thing and try it and be like, oh, okay, do I like this or do I not like it? Okay, you will find joy in your life. If you want more friends, start feeling like, or start thinking about, what would it look like if today was a day I had a lot of joy? Would it look like I'm by myself or hanging out with friends? If you want to make more friends, you could start affirming, I'm always included. I'm always meeting new friends. It's easy to communicate with me. Okay, Mimi said, I keep listening to others and doubting he will come to me because of the bad things and swearing. Oh, you're listening because you're people in your reality. In your reality for each of you, right? In your reality, You're the operant power in your reality. It's like you're in your own little quantum bubble, okay? I want you to all be looking through your eyes of reality, because everything is responding to you. In your quantum bubble of reality, everyone in your reality is a reflection of you. So in your quantum bubble of reality, people are reflecting everyone is yourself pushed out. And they're reflecting back to you your own doubts and your own fears. That's why getting solid on who you are is powerful, because you're not going to care. By the way, I just talked in my VIP group yesterday about, the topic was, you know, the book, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck? Okay, that's what you need to do. You need to not care what they think, okay? Okay, so whatever the bad things in swearing, you got to change some of your. Do you want to change some of your beliefs? Believe that everybody swear. Like I swear sometimes. Okay, sometimes. Okay, is it bad? Gary Vee? He swears all the time. He doesn't think it's. I mean, I totally align with him on this. What's wrong with swearing? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a perception. He doesn't care if his kids swear. The teachers told him at parent-teacher, you guys all know who Gary Vee is, right? Gary, I can't even say his last name, but if it's Vanderchuck or something like that. But he was talking, I saw an interview where he was talking about the teacher was saying to him about his daughter with his mouth, and he's like, no, there's no problem. It's not a big deal. Okay, it's not a big deal, but if you think it's a big deal, it's a big deal. Okay, by the way, if you don't like that behavior, maybe you don't like it. You could affirm that he no longer, your SP, whoever, yeah, he doesn't swear anymore. He barely swears. You could create that reality. You could create a reality where your friends are like, I mean, everyone's done bad things in life. So can he be forgiven? Your friends and family forgive him. People forgive him. Everyone knows, we learn. There are no, we can't get anything wrong. It's only a learning experience. You could create a reality where he's a whole new version of himself, and that's not him anymore. Okay? Start writing the story how you want it to be, and start affirming that story. Stop listening to others, because they're yourself pushed out, and they're only reflecting back to you your own doubts. So don't even care. If you I like to create a reality where I'm supported, but you don't have to do that. And I don't even do that in every case. Okay, so got it? Production. Okay, so your husband just died for months, maybe 4 months ago, fighting depression and grieving, the heartache, hard to get out. Okay, up. All right, you know what? You can do it, right? I get it. I understand how that feels to lose somebody in your life, and I understand that depression you feel, but if you know we're infinite, and it's not, I mean, I don't know where your belief system is, but I know and aligned to this reality. It's not what I grew up on. It's what I realized by waking up and seeing all the possibilities and seeing how reality is really lucid. I know the truth. To me, the truth is we're infinite. He's infinite. It's okay. This is actually have you studied Neville Goddard? Because he's really powerful. He has a lot of powerful teachings about this and about death. And we don't die. We actually never die. Nothing ever dies. The world we're living in is the world of death. This is the world of death. We're actually living in the world of death. Okay? So how do you move forward? Try to just look. It's like looking at the roses instead of looking at the dead flowers. Okay? Don't look at the things in life that are continuing to make you feel worse or depressed, but see if you could just shift yourself, right? You shift yourself to having a better thought, or maybe watching a video that might make you laugh, like cats and dogs that are totally cute, or some horses or monkeys, right? Like, what could you do a little bit each day? And you just have to allow yourself to grieve. I mean, allow yourself to grieve and let that go. Let go of that hurt that you have within. Yeah, and it's hard to get out of bed, let alone brush your teeth. It's okay. It's okay. Allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to mourn. Okay, that is part of the process. If that's part of your process, whatever you're doing is okay. Okay, you will start to have some inspiration. Can you recommend, oh, those sleep affirmations? I think I recommended mine. You know who has really good sleep affirmations is, YouTube channel is called Reality Revolution, and the guy, that channel is by Brian Scott. I love his voice. He has a playlist of everything and anything, okay, about specific person, about money. I mean, that's actually a great resource for all of you to go to for anything. In the playlist will show all different topics. He reads, every Monday he does a Neville Monday, and he reads a Neville lecture at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So check out his channel, because you could listen to all the Neville if you don't have time to read or, you know, purchase all the lectures. Just go there, and that's a great resource for you. Not only is it Neville Goddard, but it's all reality creation. He has a different perspective, but that's okay. It's still powerful. It's still going to help you. And he reads books, so he's reading all the books that you would want to know anyway. Dr. Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, if you want to get into some other things like the Silva method or reality transurfing. I mean, those didn't align with me as much, because I could already see how in my reality was like literally everything's reflecting. NBC production about how do you manifest happiness. Your goal is to try to focus more on happiness. So, because the more we focus on sadness, you know, for you to get out of the state quicker, you focus on how you want it to be. So today I just want to wake up and feel better. Today I intend to feel just okay. Today I intend to feel like, you could even fall asleep at night. Fall asleep at night imagining you're going to wake up feeling better. I intend to go to sleep and rest really well and wake up feeling good tomorrow. I intend to feel better tomorrow, right? So you got to focus on how you want to feel, and you will align with that reality. I want to feel happy. I intend to feel happy. I want to find more joy in my life. I want to smile today. Show me something that'll make me smile. I want to laugh today. I was at a funeral the last 2 days, so kind of like my next door neighbor, like someone I knew for a lifetime, right? Who was my mom's age, in her 70s, but still, it's still hard. You know, I get it, it's hard. But I do know the bigger picture is they didn't really die. I understand you feel the separateness and the separation and possibly like the loneliness, right? The sadness of all that. But this too shall pass. This too shall pass, okay? You're gonna learn something from all of this. Okay, I keep saying to myself, he will be back. Is that wrong? Should I say he's here? It's not necessarily wrong. Here's the thing. I don't want you to overthink he will be back, or no, wait, should I say he is here? It's not like our exact words. It's more the intention and feeling behind that. It's okay if you said he will be back. He will be back. It's just as powerful. I mean, I think it's slightly more powerful to say, you know what, he's here. Because go back to this, how you're creating. You're creating because what you're thinking about is manifesting in your world, okay? Your thoughts manifest and create your reality, okay? But you could create a reality where he will be back tonight, okay? And when you say he will be back, you're picturing him with you. That's all. That's your goal. Your goal is to be imaging, right? In your mind, you have this you're imagining that you are together. He will be back. You feel that. It's not like when you say he will be back, are you thinking that he's so far away? But he will be back. It's like he's coming to you. He will be back. He's mine. Okay, so it's okay. I want you to look through all different perspectives. Don't overanalyze. Should I say this? Should I say that? The truth is we're each manifesting individually based on our own perspective and our own experiences, okay? More importantly, it's what's that intention behind it. Can you create your own how, Crystal? Yeah, I actually talked about that earlier if you were here, or if you're even still here. But you could create your own how. You could create your own how when you're really having no doubts about it, or you're more sure, right? You're more sure about it. You're more confident. You're kind of more, there's less attachment. It's like, yeah, I know how it's going to play out. Okay, I do it all the time. I know how. But I'm not trying to manipulate outside of me. I go within and I know how. And at some point, maybe I'll say, well, I don't know exactly how, but I have kind of an idea how, and that's okay. But then let's say you're overthinking the how. Here's a powerful reason sometimes to let go of the how. Because God has ways you know not of. Your higher self has ways that you know not of. Your lower self, this personality, ego, lower self, right? This living in the 3D only sees the perspective of the 3D reality. So our higher self has ways we know not of. You may not have known that you're going to meet someone who will be a connection with the person, with your specific person or whatever, because you didn't even know them, right? Is that clear? Is that like understandable? Sometimes we may not know the how. It's let go of the how, but there are some things that I definitely knew exactly how I was going to manifest. Do you see how that makes sense? Does that make sense? 6. I feel like I'm still not at the quantum field level. Yeah, you are. Just say you are. Yeah, quantum field is just all the unseen reality. That's the quantum field. Fourth dimensional quantum field, those are all similar terms for the same thing. It's just something that is existing that you can't see, but it is in your imagination. So you are there. It is there. It's in your imagination. So how do you manifest that whatever's in your imagination and make it be here? Well, you imagine it, and you know that what you're imagining is a seed that you're planting, and it's growing. Your current reality is what it is because you planted all those seeds. You took it from the quantum field and you planted it. But the quantum field is, when you were unconscious or asleep, when you were, unconsciously creating, it really was more based on, kind of more experience, how you believe reality to work. Now you believe reality to work differently, and you're more open, and you have a broader perspective compared to where you were. So you are there, and you have to just claim you're there, and guess what? You will manifest a reality where you're understanding that on a deeper level. If you want to understand that on a deeper level, just start saying it. I understand this on a deeper level. I intend to understand this on a deeper level. I intend to be in understanding that I am at the quantum field of understanding. Other things you can affirm, like as a powerful manifester. Many of the things that I did in the beginning, I would kind of affirm that Neville Goddard was my best friend. Even yesterday when I was sitting in that church pew with at the funeral, I was imagining that Neville Goddard was sitting next to me and that we were having conversation. I was feeling like I'm connecting with him because I do want to understand that idea of death, right? Like he has a whole perception about it that I didn't necessarily align with. So I want to understand that on a deeper level. So you could take great metaphysical teachers and start connecting with them. Okay, this is from Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich. He had the mastermind. So I took that really from how Napoleon Hill described that in Think and Grow Rich. He had a mastermind of Napoleon from France, right? Abraham Lincoln. And what Napoleon Hill did was he imagined that he's sitting at a round table and having discussions with all these greats and taking what he can from them and having conversations with them. Okay, so I took that same concept and used that with the great metaphysical teachers or people in the reality that I see that I was like, I am downloading Steve Jobs' brain into my brain. I want to come up with really brilliant, creative ideas. I want to connect to that infinite potential out there. So I would imagine that I am pulling information from Steve Jobs. I imagine I'm pulling information from Oprah Winfrey because I think she's brilliant at communicating with people. I pull information from Neville Goddard in his teaching and his understanding. Okay, we're all one. You can pull that information. Now, who do you want to connect with? and start imagining and get to know who they are and their strengths. And you can embody, and you could literally download those into your own self by claiming you're doing that. You could, yeah, so what do you think? Anna, can we find tips on your VIP group on changing ourselves into being chosen and being a priority? Yeah, absolutely. My VIP group, you can join free for 3 days just to see what's there if you'd like. The link's in my bio, the same thing for that. I go live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So those 5 days a week, I'm going live. And I have videos, all the videos that I recorded on Zoom, and I save those all within it's an app. You download the app. It's kind of like a Facebook, because there's a feed, there's an area where you can pull up topics with videos, and you go back to the topic of what choice. So I have a whole topic of how to be a priority, how to be number one, never be second choice again. 30 days to creating your ideal self concept, how to be chosen, right? So all of those topics are there. I have well, maybe not hundreds, because I started the group in March. So how many weeks do we have? I have a lot of videos, there's a lot of videos there you could go through. Not only that, there's a feature of chatting with others. There's success story, an area for success stories, so we can post our successes, and you got to keep your game up about how you see reality, because if you're focusing on it's not working, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be manifesting that reality. Okay, and you can chat with me there as well. You were saying, I'm new to this, but I'm trying hard to get this concept. Just start saying, I get this. I get this. Or you could say, I intend to get this on a deep level. I intend to understand this. And guess what? When you're affirming that, you'll all of a sudden have the realization. You'll be getting ready for bed, and then all of a sudden an idea will pop in your mind, and you'll remember something that happened in your reality, and it will be like you'll notice the connection of how you're everyone's yourself pushed out, and that you're creating reality. So it's powerful to come from how you want to live your life. If you want to understand this on a deep level, then you're saying to yourself, I intend to understand this on a deep level. I intend to see that my reality is a mirror of me. I intend to see that I'm the operant power, or I am the operant power. Either one is going to show you, yeah, here you are. Yeah, can I manifest my SP if he doesn't know me? Absolutely. You're already manifesting every person in your reality. This is how you manifest someone who doesn't know you, but you know who he is. You know what he looks like. Maybe you even know what he sounds like. Okay? So, or maybe if you don't, that doesn't matter either. All you need to do is imagine that he's with you. Okay? So if you saw him in passing, let's say you work together, you don't really know each other, he doesn't know you, but you've always noticed him. This is just an example, right? But what do you think he thinks about you? So you have to, your idea of yourself has to be on point with that. What does he think about you? Because guess what? He's going to think what you think about, what your perception is. So your perception needs to be, he thinks I'm really hot. Or, okay, maybe it doesn't, not hot, but like, yeah, hot. Or he thinks I'm really easy to talk to. He thinks I'm really attractive. He's attracted to me. He really likes me. Okay. He's already, it was like love at first sight for him. You could create that. I have created that, by the way. I've created love at first sight with someone, and I already knew him. And then while I knew him, I was like, I'm going to create love at first sight. So I just started imagining what that would look like. Okay. So I imagined a scene from the movie with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Oh, that movie, it was like a remake. You guys know which one I'm talking about. Anyway, there was a moment where they were on the bar and their eyes glanced at each other. So I just kept imagining that scene. And I imagined that this is the guy that I was dating a couple years ago, a different guy a couple years ago. And I imagined that we had that glance with each other, and I imagined it over and over and over till it felt really true. And then he said something to me. I had already known him for months. And then he said something to me like, I always knew that first time I looked in your eyes. Okay. I created that, even though it didn't happen. I created that. Do you see how the past doesn't even necessarily exist? We could recreate the past. I recreated his first impression of me in the now moment. It doesn't matter if you don't know someone. All you have to do is create the vision of what you want and affirm that. You can imagine that you're already dating and it's like 5 months and you have the best relationship. Or you can imagine you're on a second date and you're at a restaurant laughing and it's like the best time ever. Okay, whatever you want that to be. Okay, but you have to stay loyal to that vision until it manifests. Okay, when I say loyal to the vision, that means anytime you think about him, you know that that's manifesting. You know that desire is already yours. You can affirm it now and again. If you have a doubt or worry, you just reaffirm it. Anyway, she said she allows you to text her through the VIP group at any time. Yeah, I do get a lot of text messages in my VIP group. So as much as I can, I mean, some people are really, really active and other people just message me and they watch videos. It's up to you, whatever you want from that. In the big picture, it's $35 a month. You can stay as long as you like. I'm giving a lot of value in that group. Because I want you guys to get this. I want you to see this. I like a community. I like that we have each other. We don't see reality the same way that everyone else out in the world does. Okay? And the power that we hold within. Now, I'm creating that more people are waking up. So we will see that in our reality. But yeah, you can text me. You can text me with the questions you have. I mean, through the group, right? Through the group chat. I was doing well for days, and today, out of nowhere, doubt and yucky thoughts consumed me. It's okay. A couple months ago, I had a day like that, and I was like, that was weird. Like, I rarely have those. I used to have them a lot. But then, see, it's the more that you persist and focus on the vision you want, those old thoughts are going to die away. You could create a reality where it's very few and far between. You can create that reality, okay? When that day comes up, you just say, that's okay, I'm just having one of these days. Don't try to resist it, you keep it in place. It's okay. Today I don't like the thoughts I'm having. I don't know why I feel this way. I feel yucky today. It's okay. You could say, you let it, it's like you allow it to let it go. Allow it to let it go through you and away from you, out and dissolve out. As much as you can, you could do breathing techniques. Through the day. If you do a breathing technique just to be focused on your body and in the present moment, that could be powerful. You could go do something that you enjoy, like a workout class. That could be powerful, maybe just to get you in a different frame of mind. You could just intentionally put on, I do like the animal videos because they make me laugh. Okay, and actually TikTok could be really fun. There was something, did you guys see the video of there was a parrot? I just saw that earlier today. There was a parrot that they thought was a boy for like 40 something years, and they were having a reveal party for the bird. And the bird was actually a girl, and it was so fun. It's just cute. Something that can make you laugh. What can make you laugh? Just to, at least for a moment, get out of that state. Nobody likes feeling that way. I don't like feeling that way. Okay, but allow it. When I say allow it, it's like, don't get mad at yourself for having that feeling. Just let it move through you. And also, we're human. We are a human being, even though we're this spiritual being in a limited human body, but we're human. We could allow ourselves. What should you do if you manifest on a specific day but it doesn't happen? Is it okay to give timelines? I've manifested things by a timeline. Here's the thing. You're thinking more linear. The world is not linear. It is. But I want you to look through a new perspective. There's only the present moment, okay? If you're looking through the viewpoint of your lower self sees reality, the old version of you, okay? I want this to be the old version of you. The old version of you looks through reality. It's linear, right? It's linear. The old version of you, or the lower self, looks at reality that it's hard and solid. The old version of you looks at reality and thinks we are the effect and the world is the cause and we're the effect. None of those are true. None of those are true. Okay, that's the old model of reality. Well, that's the duality. It does exist. It does exist in some way, right? Linear time exists, but you look through that dimensionally larger self, that infinite you, the higher self within you sees reality differently. Okay, that part of you sees there is duality and separateness in reality. Okay, you see that, but you know something more. Okay, it's like knowing the extra rules of the game that you almost have like a cheat code to get past everyone else playing the game. And that is knowing all of creation exists right now. The past, the present, and the future all exist right now. So don't focus on there being a timeline. This is going to help you be a powerful creator when you see that there is no future. There's only the now. You start claiming it now. You make the future now. Don't focus on a timeline. If you're focused on a timeline, that means, so also, let me go back to, I was saying the higher version of you sees reality, all of it's created, right? The higher version of you knows that it's lucid and it's coming from you. And also that you're the cause, not the effect. You are the cause. The world is the effect. That's a huge difference. Huge. You're the cause. The world is the effect. You're the cause. The world's the effect. I just want you to get that in your mind because it's important for you to understand that. Knowing that really changes the game. Do you understand that? So if you focus on a timeline, not only are you focused on it's in the future or whenever, but you're also focused on you don't have it and it's in the future. As a powerful if you want to step up and level up your game, start just opening your mind to a broader perspective. That reality exists right now and you already have it. You already have it. So don't focus on that you don't have it, trying to manifest it by a certain time, because that's separation and that's you basically declaring you don't have it because you're trying to get it by a timeline. Okay, so what would be more efficient way to perceive and manifest this desire? Don't think about the timeline. Make there here. Make there here. Make the future now. Make the future now. You already have it because it's coming from within you. Okay, so it's your desire already. I want you to see that it's already yours. Don't see this. Don't create and perceive the perception of a timeline. So you can manifest by a deadline, but in order to do that, don't perceive it as a timeline into the future that you don't have your desire that you're trying to manifest. You're looking at it differently. Do you get this? I'm saying it a couple different times so it's just sinking in and saturating into your understanding. You already have the desire. The future's already now. Now all you need to do is align and tap into that future that's now, that's coming from you. How do you do that? You just claim it. You claim it's yours and you move on with your day. Or you claim it's yours and you continue to claim it's yours because it feels good. Because you enjoy that reality. Hey Queen Anita, you're new here. You've been manifest the lotto but no luck. Girl, you gotta stop saying no luck. The minute you say no luck, that means you don't believe that you're claiming. Remember, your words create your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. So in order to manifest the lottery, you can't say no luck because now you claimed or you're creating that you don't have luck, you don't have what it takes. You're seeing that you don't have it. In order to manifest something, you need to claim and feel like you already have it. Okay, so I want you to look, and I want you to do a new thing. I want you to win the lottery. Okay, even if it's $100 ticket. I did a lottery where I won $1,000. Okay, and the lotto is big right now or something. I think it's at $1 billion. So you can win that. It's possible. See. Okay, so there's a lot of things when it comes to the lottery. You don't want to believe in possibility. You want to know that you're the God of your reality, and you want to visualize. By the way, if you went to YouTube and there are many people that manifested lottery wins. There's a whole guy, there's a guy that has this whole YouTube channel about manifesting the lottery. Mark. His name's Mark. You guys know, some of you probably know who he is. Okay. I've heard his videos before. I mean, I don't necessarily align with his teaching. He's talking more about I don't know, maybe he aligns more with Dr. Joe Dispenza in a way, but you know, it's okay. His teachings are still powerful. He still wins, and he does. There's a lot of teachers out there. Everyone's just teaching based on their own experience. So it's not a wrong teaching. It's not just that I don't necessarily align with all of his ideas. Okay, so you have to see yourself as a lottery winner. Align with that reality. What does that look like for you? What would that would look like your whole family saying, "Oh my God, congratulations." It would also look like you never say no luck. Because someone who says no luck is not manifesting the lottery. Do you see that? You want to say, been manifesting the lottery, it's mine. And you say that until you manifest it. But so there's a little bit of tweaking maybe you need to do with the 3D reality, because what are your beliefs? You know, it's learning your own beliefs about it. Do you believe that, you know, it's only 1 in a billion or 1 in, 300 million that you win? You got to dissolve those kind of beliefs and create new beliefs around that. Okay, so in a good way to do that is, I mean, I've won a bunch of lotteries, like $100 here and there, scratch off. I just get a scratch off and it's a winner, whether it's $6, $50, or $200. Okay, so test it with some of the scratch offs first. Now, before you buy it, because it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to do that. Okay, but before you buy it, you have to create. You're the creator. It's coming from your imagination, so you got to create it before you do it. You want to create how you want it to play out. So create that in your mind. Create that. What does it look like when you got the scratch off and you scratched it off and it was like a good, a bigger number that you won? Okay. By the way, you win $2. You got to be grateful for that. Gratitude for that. Not like, it's only $2, because now you're going to reflect a reality that it's, I didn't really get what I want, and then you manifest a reality not getting what you want. Okay, so you're practicing in your mind. Imagine you're telling your best friend, I just won $100 on a scratch off. Okay, and that's your imaginal scene in your head, or that's the imaginal conversation you're having. And then when you're feeling good, go out. Like you might just be inspired. Not that you're trying, but you're just inspired. Okay? Because you can prove to yourself that you can. That is absolutely a possibility. If that is part of your desire and your reality, that's a possibility. It exists. Okay, I just want you to catch, and the rest of you, right? You got to catch when you're saying, but I don't have it. Because the minute you say I don't have it, that's what your truth is. You're saying, I don't have what I want. But in order to manifest what you want, you need to claim, I do have it. I already have it. Sometimes I struggle feeling like the priority that he's so busy with work. You know what? I did a video in my VIP group about that exact thing. How to be the priority and not be second choice. By the way, whenever there's a third party video, you can apply that to, and third party, it just means that your specific person puts something before you, prioritize something above you, right? So third party doesn't necessarily mean it's a person. Third party could be they prioritize work over you, or so that would be a powerful videos to listen to. The idea, knowing how to be the priority. Okay, if they're putting their family above you, you become a priority by claiming you're a priority. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Because I do have a video in my playlist. It's called I Am the Prize. So in that meditation, there's a playlist for self-concept. That meditation is all about, I am the prize, I am a priority, I am premium, I'm first class, I'm amazing, right? Also, my hot girl meditation is really fun. It goes fast. It's a faster, upbeat. You don't have to repeat the affirmations. Just listen to them and let them sink in. But that whole affirmation video is about, I am valued and I am a priority. I see my value. I know I look good. I'm attractive. So I am confident. Any of those videos would be really helpful. It's like you have to see yourself as a priority in order for your person to see you. But the minute that you go, but he's so busy with work, you're creating it's the story you tell. And if you tell a story that he is so busy with work, then he will be so busy with work. You have to say it like you want it. Instead, in your mind, you have to say, he's always able to handle work and make me a priority. Okay, his work is actually getting slower. He's making more money. You could create that reality. Watch that manifest. He's working less and making more. Hey, work has really lightened up. This is all the thoughts that you need to create in your mind for that reality to manifest. Okay, but you have to stay loyal to that vision and not waver back and forth. Taylor asked, how do you navigate conversations with SP when we are in contact? Still affirm for reality. Yeah, right? You're in contact, whatever communication you're having in the 3D. Oh, there was like some noise I heard. It sounded like somebody was knocking at the door. Okay, so the communication that you're having in the 3D with your specific person, make sure whatever's happening, just make it mean it doesn't matter, because you are on the path already. In your mind, you're affirming how you want it to be. If you want him to be someone who's initiating more with dates and plans and communication, then in your mind, you're affirming. He's always, he's really great at making plans, and he's really great at coming up with beautiful dates that are so fun. He has great ideas, and he's always loving spending time with me. Like, that's what you would be thinking in your mind. And let's say he wasn't doing anything and he's sitting on the couch and he's like, I'm too tired, I'm too busy. Though that's the time you go, okay, I understand you're tired. And in your mind you go, no, he's up for going out for a drink, or he wants to spend time with me and he wants to ask me if I want to watch a movie. Say in your own mind what you want, because literally in that moment I've had situations where it manifested immediately. Okay, that possibility exists. But if it doesn't happen, your job is to continue to affirm that until it is consistent in your own reality, until it's hardened. Neville Goddard would say it's hardened into fact. It hardens into what we see as a fact, and it will be a fact of life in your life. All right. So do you see how that's like a mental discipline? It's a mental discipline to see one thing in your 3D reality and have to say something else in your mind. It's a mental discipline, but you can do it. But understand that's what you're doing, okay? Because it's whatever's happening with him is just an old thoughts and beliefs about the old reality, your old thoughts, your old perception. Been well over a year since she left me for her ex, and I feel like I'll never find anyone again. Yeah, but Rob, you got to get you got to get back on the horse, and you got to start focusing on how do you see yourself. Number one, you have to see yourself as the greatest, right? You're already perfect. You're the best version of you. Make yourself the best version of you. Don't focus on her, ex, anything like that, okay? So you can manifest new love to come in or her back by focusing on yourself and focusing on your self-concept. All of you, right? You just focus on being the version of you who's chosen and loved. But if you feel like I'll never find love or I'll never find someone, that feeling is kind of like that lower feeling, like I feel alone, I don't feel wanted, right? And if you feel that way, you're going to match a reality that shows you that. Sure, over linear time, you could start to feel better each day. You could quantum jump into this reality quicker by deliberately focusing on who you are. Don't you want this now? Okay, you could create it now, but you can't, guess what? I mean, you want it now, but you can't be wanting and needing it like you don't have it, feeling lack that you don't have it, and you need this thing to fulfill you and make you feel better. You have to already have the fulfillment within. So you need to be feeling better within in order for this to manifest. You need to be more optimistic in order for this to manifest. We're manifesting our thoughts. Our thoughts are like a seed, and it's sprouting in your reality. I was just seeing some other people said you need to work on self-concept. Same thing. I mean, we all have to work on self-concept. I worked on self-concept, okay? I'm a completely different person than I was 3 years ago. Even a different person than I was a year ago. And even tonight or tomorrow, I might have a new idea of my own self-concept. And I might want to tweak it a little bit, and that's all okay. It's part of the journey. It's part of the fun of it. So here's what you say to yourself. I am amazing. I am confident. I am the best out there. I'm the best choice. I'm the most handsome. It's easy to meet people, right? You got to create the reality where it's easy to meet people. There's love everywhere. Anyone, in a really powerful belief, if you want new love, even with your specific person, anyone that I'm interested is always head over heels for me. Okay, create that belief, and that will manifest in your world. Okay, Jenna, today is really hard. I've been going through something challenging right now. I've been doing so good with the work. So, all right, sometimes we do go through something challenging. Okay, you consistently have to go imagine it's supposed to get better. Okay, you don't have to be specific, but just general beliefs about your reality. You know what? This has got to get better. Things will get better. I intend to get better. I intend that I'm in the right place at the right time. Opportunities are coming to me in every area. I would love, even if you said, I would love if opportunities came to me. That would align. I would love. That feels good. And that would align with opportunities coming to you from what you want, that would match what you want. So if you could just shift a little bit. All right, because Rob said this, I want to address it real quick before I go. You've been working on it, you've been working on self-concept you've been working on it, and that's how you see yourself. Okay, then it's the story you're telling yourself. You got to change the story. The story needs to align with what you want. Okay, the story needs to align that you're in a relationship. If it's a specific person, you need to have that story in your mind that you are together, or that person, or an intention. I intend that they are with me, and they're only with me. And what does that look like? And how do they see you? And what does that feel like? But the moment you say she's with her ex, now you created that reality. And then you might affirm she's with me. So if we're going back and forth with, well, she's with her ex, but you might affirm this for a whole week and then see that she's still with her ex. The moment you say she's still with her ex, you reaffirm she is with her ex in that reality. You don't have movement in your reality because I'm not saying you, but I'm just letting those of you who are doing this know that's why you have the back and forth movement. You have to stay firm to that. Self-concept means you are in the desire. You have your desire. You're with your desire. That's what self-concept means. You have your desire. But the minute you even ask a question, ask me the question or comment, my ex is the person I like is with their ex. That's what you created. That doesn't align with the self-concept of you being in the relationship with her. Or your SP, any of you. See that? Do you see that? I want you to see it. I want you to let that sink in. Okay? You're the creator of your reality. Okay? So it's coming from you. It's already yours. You guys, I do have to go. I have some things going on tonight. I love you all. You're powerful. If you want to level up your game, my course was launched about a month ago, And I've already had more than a dozen people message me success stories from taking that course. It's mastering your reality by mastering your self-concept. But it's just not mastering. Self-concept means you have your desire. So you need to focus on the reality and affirm and persist in that reality and purge everything else and be in that reality in your mind, or know it, in order for that reality to manifest. So that is a really powerful course for a lot of people that like to do the self-study. I have my VIP group. You can join free for 3 days. Check it out. Would love to have you there as part of the group and get to know you. It's a community. It's motivation. It's a lot of videos and inspiration. And if you have questions, you can ask and answer. Everything's answered there. So if you need any additional help, I do have my one-on-one coaching and my text message coaching. In a free Facebook group for any of you just kind of starting out and you want to just get a little, just getting your feet wet here. But I love you all. You're all powerful. Keep claiming your power. And I'll see you next time. Bye.